Okay. All right. What is up, everyone? I'm just waking up in sunny England. Hopefully it doesn't look like that. After a long night of debauchery, after the very entertaining Wembley Cup. And man, I'll be honest, there is a lot of drama going on behind the scenes with all of these teams, but specifically with the champions, the F2, who look like they wanted to pick a fight with everyone. I mean, I remember the good old days of YouTube when everyone wanted to work together and collaborate, and now it feels like no one likes each other anymore. But maybe that's the natural evolution of competing for views and subscribers, you know? You start off as friends when you're a small channel, and it's all fun and games at the start, and then you slowly become enemies as your channel gets huge, and it morphs from being fun and games into a business, and then jealousy and envy come into it, and what's a nightmare? That's how I'm gonna sum it up. Anyway, that is a conversation for another time because we need to focus on the Weekend and Rewind's Team of the Week. And first up in my patented Team of the Week 3-5-2 formation is goalkeeper Juan Musso from Udinese, who thwarted a ton of attacks and made 9 saves in Udinese's huge 1-0 win over a Roma team that had 26 shots in total, 12 corner kicks, and 75% possession, which, in fact, if I was Roma and this happened to me in a game of FIFA, I definitely would have broke my controller. Anyway, with Musso's heroic performance between the sticks, Udinese not only won their first league game in 2 months, they also finally got out of the relegation zone in Serie A for the first time all season. And then in my back three, we got to go with the long-serving right back for Borussia Dortmund, Lucas Piszczek, who scored the game-winning goal on the road versus Mainz, which isn't easy to do, by the way, win a game at Mainz, to help the black and yellow remain undefeated and on top of the table in the Bundesliga. And then in the middle next to him, I gotta give some love to 31-year-old Paraguayan international and Cruz Azul center back Pablo Aguilar, I think I said that right, who scored the second goal and helped get the clean sheet in his team's 2-0 win away from home over a Morelia team that needed to win to make the playoffs in Liga MX this season. They didn't get it done, obviously, which makes the clean sheet for Cruz Azul all that more impressive. Also, this result secured 2 things. 1, the top seed in the playoffs for Cruz Azul, which is very important to get home field advantage throughout. And 2, it made them the best defense in all of Mexico this season, so we'll see if they can win the double after they already won the Copa MX. And then on the other side of him, even though he plays right back too, and listen, okay, this is my team of the week, not yours. It's Atlanta United's Franco Escobar, who scored a great goal and assisted on another in Atlanta's huge 3-0 win over the higher-seeded New York Red Bulls in Leg 1 of the semifinals of the MLS playoffs, which means as long as Atlanta don't completely fall apart in Leg 2, they will host the MLS Cup final on December 8th, which obviously would be huge for that club because it's only been around for 2 years, and for that city and for those supporters. I mean, it is going to be unbelievable, and I'm going to be there, which makes it doubly unbelievable. And now in my 5-man midfield, I'm going with Leroy Sané first because I was at the London Stadium to see West Ham play Manchester City, and Sané stood out with his 2 goals and 1 assist, but the whole team put in a masterclass performance in their 4-0 win over the Hammers, and I mean, I know that there are top clubs around the world that will be able to give City a tough game, including 1 or 2 in England, but after watching them perform live, I just don't see how they're going to lose the league this season. They don't have any weaknesses. And then next to him, somewhere in the middle, it's Florian Thauvin, whose hat trick and A-plus performance for Marseille in their 3-1 win away from home over Amiens helped his club remain in the hunt for second place in France, since no one is catching PSG this season, as they now only sit 2 points behind Lyon, who now currently sit in second. And then I gotta give some love to an almost hat-trick hero. This time it's Keita from Inter Milan, who was involved in all of the goals in Inter's 3-0 win over Frosinone, with his 2 goals and an assist from his starting spot on the left side of the field, which was easily his best performance of the season, which keeps his club 1 point behind Napoli. Napoli's in second and Inter's in third, and still within striking distance of the undefeated Juventus, who are making things look quite easy in Italy this season, if you consider an 8-point difference still within striking distance, which I do because that's only 3 games. 3 games, 9 points. You gotta win all 3 of those games. You probably have to beat Juventus in one of those games because then you get 3 and they don't get any. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. And then I gotta give a shout out to Dudu, and yes, that's his real name, because he's the most important player on Brazilian club Palmeiras this season, who just won the Brazilian League this past weekend because the 26-year-old number 7 has 7 goals and 12 assists this calendar year, and was again the man of the match this past weekend in the game that clinched Palmeiras' second Brasileiro title in the last 3 years and that deserves our respect. And then finally in midfield, this was a tough one because I could have picked his teammates Dele Alli or Christian Eriksen instead, but I'm going with Heung-Min's son, or Sonaldo as we like to call him in the FIFA world, whose terrific run down the sideline past a surprisingly slow Jorginho and the traffic cone known as David Luiz led to Spurs' third goal in their dominating 3-1 performance over the previously undefeated in the league Chelsea, who, for lack of a better description, looked pretty bang average in this game, so I can only imagine the amount of cigarettes their manager Maurizio Sarri has smoked since this game ended. Also, a hat tip to Spurs for continuing to deal with adversity in a positive way this season. Injuries? No problem. New stadium not ready? No problem. No signings over the summer? No problem. Sissoko on your team? No problem. Christian Eriksen unhappy? No problem. And now they're quietly in third, only 3 points behind second place Liverpool. So when you take everything into consideration, it's pretty impressive. And then up top, I'm going with Dodi Lukebakio because even though he plays for Fortuna Dusseldorf, which I think translates from German into one of the worst teams in the Bundesliga in English, the 21-year-old Belgian striker scored 3 goals against Bayern Munich in Munich, which is super impressive, including 2 goals in the last 15 minutes to secure a miraculous point in Dusseldorf's 3-3 draw. Also, what is going on with Bayern? They are a dumpster fire right now. And his strike partner up top is Sergei Enric. I don't think I said that right, but I tried. Who spearheaded another shock result around the world with a goal and an assist, as his club Eibar not just got lucky, but beat up on Real Madrid in their 3-0 win over the reigning Champions League winners, which moves Eibar into 9th on 18 points, only 2 points behind Los Blancos, who sit in 6th on 20. Also, what is going on with Madrid? They are a dumpster fire right now. And oh yeah, something else I meant to add the last time, but I didn't because I forgot. It's my 3 subs and manager of the week. So here you go. Here are my 3 guys that are coming off the bench this week, and we're going to start with Barcelona's Ousmane Dembélé, who scored the game-tying goal against Atletico Madrid in the 90th minute. What a boss. And Chucky Lozano, who had 2 goals and an assist in PSV Eindhoven's big 3-0 win, which gives them 13 wins out of 13 games this season in the Eredivisie. And Joaquin Correa, who came off the bench to score a superb game-tying goal for Lazio in the 94th minute in their 1-1 draw at home against AC Milan. And as for the manager of the week, it's Sevilla's boss Pablo Machin, who with another win for his club this weekend, which was a tough 1-0 result over Real Valladolid, they now find themselves on top of La Liga 1/3 of the way through the season. And that is a testament of what the 43-year-old, who did wonders for the then newly promoted Girona last season, who he got to finish in 10th, which is an incredible achievement, has brought to this club in Sevilla this season. That sense of belief that anything is possible, and now here they are on top of the league. It's crazy, so I wanted to give him some love. Just like I want to give some love to the 3 winners of the Warm Ballers gear who picked the correct score for Spurs versus Chelsea, and yes, as you know, I can't pick everyone that gets it right, so I apologize if that happened to you and you fall into that category. I'll try to make it up to you if I can. Anyway, the 3 winners this week are Benedict Hoskin, Yuri Teixeira, and Phil Savageau. Phil is a savage beast. I don't know how to say that one. So be on the lookout for a message from me very soon. And all right, that is it. That is all I got. So thank you for watching as always, and be on the lookout for career mode. It is dropping on Wednesday. #InyoWin. Later.